Hi, everyone. Today we are speaking with Sandra Afeyan, Director of Sales and Marketing for the Americas at Green Furniture Concept. Green Furniture creates unique, sustainable, and sculptural seating and acoustic lighting for public interiors. Arconas is the exclusive distributor of Green Furniture products to airports and transportation terminals throughout the Americas. Together, we have created installations at airports such as Fort Lauderdale, Guadalajara, Denver, Boston, Logan, and others. We have also created beautiful and inspirational cruise terminal spaces for both Carnival and celebrity cruise lines. Welcome, Sandra, and thanks so much for taking the time to speak with me today.
Thank you so much, Lynn. I'm so happy to be here with you today.
Yes, no, me too. Me too. This will be fun. So for those people, those folks who don't know a lot about green furniture, tell me a little bit about green furniture and the types of products that you offer.
Thanks. Green is a really unique furniture manufacturing company. We produce, like I said, very unique sculptural designs to fill public spaces. We have various lines of seating, all modular in scope, all sculptural in scope. That are very large in scale. So we are in line with the architecture of a building, and because all the pieces are so modular, you put all the pieces together like Legos, and create these incredible, unique, large or small creations or configurations to fill public spaces. We also have, in addition to our seating lines, we have a line of lighting, and just like our seating, very unique, very sculptural, very artistic in style. This lighting is acoustic and decorative and comes in two formats. Either as a cluster of wool leaves hanging from the ceiling, so it looks like a cloud, or like a cloud, or there are these clouds of wool leaves are clustered together to create trees, ranging from 8 all the way to 15 feet tall, with a possible foliage span of even 10 feet. So we really create these very sort of magical, unique indoor spaces that have these great outdoor feelings brought in.
So tell me a little bit the aspects of your products, particularly the seating. Why is it well suited for high traffic areas? Like, what are the features of it that make it well suited? Because we all know that airports are abusive environments, no matter, how well they are looked after. It is, this is a facility that's open 24/7 and takes a lot of use and abuse. Tell us a little bit about the aspects of your furniture that make it well suited for these environments.
Yeah, that's a really great question, because it's so important for planners of these types of spaces to consider. I think it's probably the top ticket item that they consider. How is this furniture going to last in such an abusive environment? And answering that requires very specific type of specifications on a piece of furniture.
Mhm.
So green furniture is very well suited for public spaces. In fact, it was born out of a need to furnish the rail network in Sweden. So yeah, our founder, Johan Baron, and also one of our designers at Green Furniture, and the designer of our flagship product, the Nova C series. He had originally designed this product for a shopping mall in Sweden, and then caught the attention of the rail network in the country, who worked with him to really make it bulletproof for a high traffic passenger terminal. So, we are talking about heavy duty steel bases, heavy duty plywood ribs, very, very strong, durable wood finishes, unlike your traditional stain. This is actually quite interesting, Lynn. We don't use a traditional stain or varnish on our wood ribs. We actually use a flooring finish. on our
You
wood.
get the Rubio finishes, which are gorgeous.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. But the neat thing about this wood finish is that it, unlike a stain or a varnish, it's not sort of soaking through the surface of the wood and saturating the wood. It's actually going onto the wood and forming a molecular bond with the wood. It's a hard wax oil that we apply onto the wood
I
surface.
And I understand that it has very good environmental qualities as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's made with completely natural materials, completely VOC free. This product, that this hard wax oil that we use, and so by forming that molecular bond, the oil and the wood together, when they touch, they bond, and it actually hardens the surface of the wood. And of course, when it comes time to maintenance, if there's a scratch on the wood, or if someone does some sort of carving, as we see in public spaces, it is so easy to maintain that scratch, because you would just go over it with a cloth dipped in the oil, and only that exposed wood under this in the scratch would form a new molecular bond with the oil. The area around it, which already has a bond, is going to reject that oil. And that's, I mean, absolutely revolutionary as far as wood finishes go, and super important for public spaces.
Sure, and I understand that if there were like traumatic damage, say, somebody drove a cleaning Zamboni into it, that you can just replace that rib. You can just order the rib and just swap it out. It's a simple procedure.
Yes. So green furniture, similar to other modular furniture, comes together module by module. Now, if there is damage to one module, you wouldn't have to remove that entire module and replace it with a new one. You can simply remove the one rib in the Nova C series that has been damaged, and then replace it with a new one that you might even have already in your attic stock. So it's a really wonderful product to have in high traffic, aggressive traffic kind of environments. The other thing, when about the product being so well suited for public spaces, at least the seating, is that usually when you go extra durable or extra rugged, it's sometimes at the cost of comfort or style.
Mhm.
Not always, but it is, only the best furniture, I would say, is, you know, is able to do both at the same time, durability and style. A lot of the Arconas lines have that going for them. And green furniture, I mean, we're very proud to say that we have that going for us also, where we have the super durability, and it's not at the expense of comfort and not at the expense of, design, as you can see. Um, and as far as comfort goes, I think that's a very important thing for public spaces also.
I know that green furniture, you guys do some marvelous, you put out some marvelous marketing out there. I really appreciate some of the beautiful renderings that we see in your social media. And lately, I know that you've been talking a lot about placemaking, and you've been I think you recently had a webinar. I'm really curious. Can you explain what you mean by placemaking and how does it relate to your products?
Yes, I'm so glad that you've noticed, because we at Green love the idea of placemaking. It's, we often say that we're not in this industry to make furniture. We're here to make places. And that really resonates to the core for all of us at Green Furniture Concept. So I think it's a newer word. I mean, technically, it's been around for a while in design theory, but I think it's starting to become more popular. And like you said, people are out there saying, "Well, what is placemaking? I know what place means, I know what making means, but what does it really mean altogether?" Um, So, placemaking is actually a design philosophy, and it focuses on creating sort of very unique and alluring places that are full of pizzazz. And it's places that sort of people want to go to, stay in, where they feel different, they feel great. It's really sort of the opposite of a utilitarian space
Mhm.
that is transitional, that people just sort of they use, they do that what they have to do and they get out. A place is more of a destination. You can sort of think of it the way, taking a space and turning it into a place is like taking a house and turning it into a home. You're filling
Great.
it, yeah, you're
Yeah.
filling it with emotion, you're filling it with creativity, with interactive moments for the users, opportunity for users to collaborate, feel like they're in a community. And that really is the sort of the design philosophy behind placemaking. So the result of doing that really well is a really great place. it's it's quite simple in that sense. And there are a lot of elements that go into placemaking. Lighting, local art, interactive installations, but furniture for our purposes plays a really really important role in placemaking. Um,
Well, it's a very
so
high touch. It's a very high touch
yes,
amenity. It's something that is very personal. People, it can make or break a space.
yes.
It takes up such a large percentage of the space in a building, and so I absolutely agree with you. And I'm interested. Like I'm looking at that background. I still love that background that you have behind you. Is one thing I've noticed a bit is in placemaking and the trends lately right now is around natural finishes and bringing in that warm natural finishes into a terminal space. One of which obviously is wood. And I'm looking behind you there, I'm looking at even the colors on the non-wood materials are still very natural and soft and inviting. Can you comment a little bit on that? What are you seeing out there right now in terms of the influence of natural finishes?
That's such a great point because I mean, natural finishes are trending very high right now. And it's all a part of the idea of biophilic design. And, we often say, what is placemaking furniture? What makes placemaking furniture? And one of the top elements that contributes to furniture having that placemaking quality is biophilic design. Um, Biophilic design, for those who are hearing this as a new term, is the idea of incorporating nature into your indoor space, or into your design in general, even if it's outdoors. Um, so the value, the benefit of having biophilic design, incorporations of natural elements, incorporation of plants and greenery, and so on, wools and so on. The value of that is that people who use that space end up feeling much more calm, end up feeling much better. Their well-being is improved tremendously, and this is something that has been studied. Heart rate goes down, stress levels go down, and that's, I think, really important for passenger terminals because some people love traveling, but other people not as much.
Find
Right?
it are nervous and do have some anxiety around it. And yes, that you're right. There's all sorts of science around having the calming effects of nature on the body and on the mind and you can especially like yeah, there's a lot of airports around the world that do this very, very well and incorporate those natural elements right into their terminal. And I think your product works so well with that. Well, Sandra, thanks very much for joining me today for this quick chat. It's always fun to see you. We enjoy working together and really looking forward to an exciting rest of the year and definitely looking forward to seeing much more green furniture in terminals around the Americas. So thanks very much, and you have a great day.
Thank you. You too, Lynn. Take care.
Thanks.